G'day Grooners, welcome. This is something slightly different to what I normally do, and it's based on a message I had from a fellow YouTube runner. Her name's Katie. I'll put a link to her channel below, and she's asked me and some other YouTube runners a list of questions as geared for people who are beginners to run marathons and half marathons. And I was very flattered that she would ask me just give me a list of questions, 5 questions she's asked me, and I'll go through those answers. Obviously I've fed these back to her, and she's including it as some kind of event as part of what she's doing as a occupation is a PT trainer, physical trainer, and she is running a day event or something for beginners looking to do endurance running. And I've got a series of questions that I'll go through in answer to what she's asked me. So maybe I might do this as a regular thing where you can ask Guru. Yeah, so you can put your questions below if you want to ask me. Bearing in mind I'm a relative novice to all this. I've only been running about 2 years now. So I still regard myself as a novice runner. And so yeah, if you want to put any questions below, but I'm going to go ahead now and answer those questions in the order that Katie asked them. So, hi there everyone. My name's Donato, aka the Reluctant Guru, and thank you, Katie, for this opportunity. You sent me your questions, and here are the answers in the order that you asked them. So the first question that you asked is for someone who's beginning a tip for someone who's running their first half marathon or full marathon. What tip would you give them? For me, a tip that was given to me by Brendan Foster when I asked him about my first marathon. I says, what one tip would you give me? And he said, don't go out fast. So at the beginning, the first few miles, do not go out fast. If you've done all the training, you're going to feel super fit, super strong. Remember, let's coin the old cliche phrase, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So whilst you may want to go off really fast, I would highly recommend not doing that. What pace you go at, easy pace, and just gradually go along that. So my first tip for that would be to go off at an easy, slow pace. Go slow. Okay, that was the first question. The second question was regarding fueling, and whilst pre-run, during the run, post-run, it was just a generic question for me. My tip on the fueling for post-run fueling is a protein shake, which for me, within 20 minutes of finishing my workouts, I will always have a protein shake. Now, I could show you the brand that I particularly use at the moment, which I love it. I've tried various brands, but you need to try what works for you. Various people have said some of the brands, flavours taste like drinking chalk, but find one that works for you. The one I drink doesn't taste like chalk, it tastes delicious, and I can't wait. And sometimes when I'm out on my run, I'm dreaming about having this delicious protein shake when I get back, but that's just me. The next question was regarding motivation. We're now coming into winter. What motivates me to get me out on those cold mornings, cold nights, dark, whatever? So for me, I do my running first thing in the morning at a ridiculous hour because I need to get up before I go to work. So I'll time it. So depending on what training run I have, so I have my kit laid out the night before. So my tip is have all your kit, everything ready. So for me, when I fall out of bed, I don't have to fumble about trying to find the kit or anything. And it gives my brain time to wake up and think, hang about, what am I doing? I'm going for, so it gives my brain no time to work out what it's doing. So I'm out, changed, running before my brain works out what's going on. And that works for me. So there's my tip in terms of how to stay motivated in running. The fourth question was regarding preventing injury. What type of tips would I give regarding preventing injury? My number one tip for preventing injury is post-run, post-workout, post-anything, is do all your stretches, do the right stretches. You can Google all the different types of stretches. I'm not going to stand up now and start showing you all the different types of sets of exercises, but stretch out the calf muscles, stretch out the quads, stretch out the whole body. These are the type of things, because when you've been out running, training, the muscles need to stretch back out again. So do your post-run stretches, and for me, works for me. And make sure you do that at the end of every training session. And last but not least, the last question, what final tip would I give regarding anything? And for me, it's all about, especially as a novice beginner, and I'm relatively new to all this, so I still remember when I was a beginner, is to have a training plan, but I train on time. I don't train on distance. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I go out, my training run will say, go for a run for 20 minutes, go for a run for 40 minutes. It does not have any distance, and train on time, and never run for more, or run, walk, whatever combination. Don't be on your feet for more than 3 hours. You do not need to be on more than 3 hours. For most beginners, I've been told by professional coaches who train people for the London marathons and charity runners, is especially if they're new to running, it may take a while to get round a marathon course, but you don't need to train for 4-5 hours running, jogging, walking. 3 hours maximum. My understanding is the science that the muscles, it has no further benefit. So, and I remember someone telling me if you can run for 20 minutes continuously, you can run a half marathon. So, and I think if you can run a half marathon, you can run a full marathon. So whatever distance you do, train on time. And that's it for me. Hopefully they've been all of benefit to you. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you all on the social meds. You can find me as Run Guru Run on the Twitters and Instagrams, and obviously my YouTube account is Running Guru, and I look forward to seeing you all at the next half marathon, wherever that may be. Thank you for listening. So there you have it. Those were all the 5 questions that Katie had sent me. Thank you so much for sending those to me, Katie, and hopefully you found those of benefit to you. Those were her 5 specific questions. So as I said at the beginning, if you have any specific questions yourself, and maybe I might have this as a regular slot, Ask Guru, and leave your questions below and ask me anything that you want regarding running. Okay, thank you very much. Till next time, keep running.